Namaskar. Today, in the Straight Drive program of the Public India, we have our esteemed guest, Dr. Suraj Mandal, who is a professor in the Delhi University. Welcome, Dr. Suraj Mandal.
Namaste,
He's
sir.
been a regular. Namaste. He's been a regular program. This is the second visit that he's making on a Straight Drive. Today, we are going to discuss the Mr. Modi's tour to Maharashtra, where there is in the first phase of election, there is election in Ramtek and there is election in Nagpur. There is Bandara, Gondia, Gadcholi, Chimur, and Chandrapur. The election is to happen in April 19th. So, in one of the rallies in Ramtek, Prime Minister Modi addressed everybody's Ram Ram, and then he says that uh, Lord Ram had put his feet in Ramtek earlier, which is probably he's quoting some books. And what he was mentioning was that we are the custodian of the constitution, and Congress and the India alliance is basically the ones who does not follow the constitution. He mentioned Article 370. He mentioned terrorism in Kashmir. He mentioned a lot of other things like separate rights, abrogation of Article 370 has made everybody a common citizen of India. Uh, Somehow, what he talks about is basically what he says is special statuses to the states should not be as not written in the constitution, should not be part and parcel of the country. Dr. Mandal, without wasting any time, I would like to know from you that the statement that we are the custodian of the constitution and the India alliance is basically diluting the constitution by giving special status to the states like Jammu and Kashmir under Article 370, which we have removed. Does he also mean that the same should be done in the sister states of seven sister states of Meghalaya, Manipur, Assam, where you see a large scale violence that happened in Manipur? So is he also pointing towards that direction where Article 371, under which these seven states are protected, should also be taken away? Dr. Mandal.
Sir, before I come on the constitution, let me just tell you and the viewers that thing is called propaganda. And the propaganda means when a lie is spoken more and more times, people come to believe that the lie is true. That's what Mr. Modi is doing. Everybody knows, the entire country is accusing Bharatiya Janata Party, and that has been proven because some of the esteemed member of parliaments who are associated with BJP have said that why is he calling 400 par, 400 across members, so that we can change the constitution, we can change Baba Sahib Dr. Bhim Rao's constitution, which begins with the line, we the people of India. That means the primacy is given to the people of India, and not like what Manusmriti says that somewhere from divine and so-called divine, they start imposing things on the people of India by also, establishing caste system and these things. So let me tell you, first acquisition, what the Prime Minister is making is not only a blatant lie, but in fact, it tries to cover up what the Bharatiya Janata Party is doing. Number two, you spoke about the special status being re-granted to to Jammu Kashmir and again to Seven Sisters in Northeast. Sir, we all know, and it has become an open secret, some of the well-known YouTubers who have suddenly come to limelight because the Godi media is not doing its duty properly. They have said and proven that all the steps taken by Bharatiya Janata Party government, what I call RSS government also, that none of these steps, I can throw a question to all the viewers today, that can you name and make a response to this our conversation today, one any law or any order or any of the step taken by Bharatiya Janata Party Modi government, which is also an Adani government, in favor of public. He resists what has to go to Kisans. He resists what has to go to youth. He doesn't like the money going to the depressed section of the society, the SC/ST, OBCs. So basically, he is trying to, we all have come to know that the status, the 370 status, which was withdrawn from Jammu Kashmir, and it was divided into three different parts, and one part being Ladakh. Recently, we have seen that Sonam Wangchuk was on 21-day fast, not even a single day. This comment, which is, I think, so much insensitive to the call of the people, lakhs and thousands of people were on road, and day and night they were starving themselves, and launching a very peaceful method of protest. What was Wangchuk saying? He said that this UT, that is the Union Territory status given to Ladakh, is not just meant to throw away the rights of the people. It is meant to make the state a pawn in the hands of the great corporate Adani, which is running this government. So basically, the entire exercise was for Adani, which this India alliance has properly understood. And if it withdraws, it will not be anything against the nation. It will be against a corporating, looting Union Territory. Similarly, in the Seven Sisters, what happened in Manipur, sir, you and I have come across at many conversations, and people have reported directly from the ground zero and said that the idea of flaring up Manipur is not just to so-called propagate Hindutva, but also and mainly so that Adani can loot the very rare sort of minerals being found there. So what is he speaking about? I mean, let the whole and those English-speaking countries which can listen to our conversation, I call upon them to monitor what is happening in India, to monitor and see how the elections are being held, how all constitution provisions are being thrown to the dogs. And this government and this prime minister has got the audacity to say that the opposition is playing with the constitution and not we. His lie has been thoroughly exposed. People just call him a lie lama. They just don't want to believe him, and he cannot succeed in this propaganda, maybe with all the support of the different mainstream media. But apart from this, to conclude, I'll say our constitution is well written. It defines the powers of the people well, the rights of the people well, the rights of the government. And Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar had rightly said, why I am writing these lines? We, the people of India, give to ourselves this constitution. In the preamble, it says, because it means that whenever a person like Mr. Modi comes to power and tries to play with the rights of the people, tries to throw the constitution to shambles by misinterpreting or trying to find the loopholes to spread his dictatorship, the people of India will rise and say that this is unconstitutional, which we have said often. And we have seen the people in either Hasdev forests saying that this is not right. In Ladakh, we have seen farmers who are right now even sitting on borders of Punjab and Haryana, who are not being allowed entry into Delhi, who have told the Bharatiya Janata Party people that as you have not allowed us entry into Delhi, you cannot come to our villages, which you are yourself a Kisan leader, you must be understand. So our constitution is well written, but we just hope that this constitution can be safeguarded by this monster, which is called BJP RSS. Yes, sir. Sir, you are muted.
Sorry. So if you look at the other perspective, if you look at last 10 years of progress under BJP rule, what BJP claims is that, see, we've given you Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, we gave you toilets, we gave you free vaccination, we gave you free rations, we gave you a Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, we gave you Kisan Samman Yojana where 6,000 rupees was transferred to your account annually. So various other welfare schemes that they claim that they have launched and they've been successful in providing. Nal Pe Jal, PM Awas Yojana had somewhere close to 4 crore houses which have been provided wherever they were in they were in states or center, or even the opposition ruled states who've taken up PM Awas Yojana are claiming that it's a successful model. So giving the background of the development model that Modi Sarkar ya Modi ki guarantee is based on, how are people perceiving it? Because when you say that this government is by the rich, of the rich, for the rich, and the preamble says that government is supposed to be by the people, of the people, for the people. So where do these welfare schemes go? Do you believe that these welfare schemes are just a sham, and on ground you don't see much, or these welfare schemes have not been able to dent into improving the livelihood of the people or the citizens of the India?
I'll first put the word development within quotes, because there is no development at all. India has regressed. India and Indian people are now thoroughly under the pressure in every sphere, whether it is price rise or whether it is unemployment or any other field also. Now the question is all these what you called upon. Let us begin with toilets. The popular word going around the villages is when the people do not have enough to eat. Now, why I'm saying we're not enough to eat, because this government claims that it is providing free ration to 80 crore people. Now, was it there? If there are free ration to 80 crore people, that means either 80 crore people are not able to afford their living, and this means that India has gone below of what it used to be 10 years back. After the green revolution and everything, there was a kind of development what we perceive development as. Number two, about the free this vaccination, you have seen what has come out in the electoral bond case. This government put the health of entire India into jeopardy by putting in vaccines which were not properly tried or not properly tested upon, and just to claim they even took money from those people, which is reflected in the data which we have got for the electoral bond. Why should those companies have paid Bharatiya Janata Party government just for this? Number three, when we come to other development models, I mean, what farmers are saying, why are they on roads? They could have well gone without this MSP or whatever the demands are. But when the entire motive of the BJP government was to loot the land from the hands of the BJP, from the hands of the farmers, so it means that at this juncture, the people have either been very in a very bad shape, or they are trying to come back to their normalcy. Most important is when you say development, let us see what development. The Ministry of which is supposed to have all the data, that ministry has been abolished. Ministry of statistics, it has been abolished. It has been almost shut down. And the mm, people are saying that we don't have the exact record of how many unemployed are there, how many farmers are under what sort of duress, how many of the common citizens are committing suicides in their everyday life. I am from an institution, sir, and I can tell you in the last 10 years, the rate of suicides not only among the faculty members but also amongst the students have gone very high. And this is a very bad reflection upon the conditions of this nation. To sum up, let me tell you, there is no development, and all the you rightly use the word sham. This word development doesn't call for any sort of uh, its interpretation in a very in a manner which should suit that word. It is all bogus. It is all meant to create mislead people, and we don't have people. You go on the roads, sir, and recently many interviews I have seen, when people are just asked who should be the prime minister, now they have stopped taking his name. Otherwise, with lots of propaganda and lots of publicity, in which crores and crores of people's money has been spent, Mr. Modi was supposed to be rated as the highest choice of the people for the post of prime minister. That has gone much below what Rahul Gandhi has achieved. So I think you can say that there is no development, and we should keep our fingers crossed on what will happen in this election. But we hope that the people of India, if because we always have sort of doubted the kind of people's mandate which come up through EVMs. But nevertheless, even in spite of all these things, I think BJP government will be voted out this time. So you're on mute.
Coming to the last bit of the panel discussion today, uh, I would like to ask you, BJP also says that Modi ki guarantee is what we will give into the people, and there is no opposition. And there is no opposition in the sense that Congress is decimated to, let's say, 150 seats where they're fighting the BJP. Rest 300, 350 odd seats is the alliance partners, whether it's UP, West Bengal, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, so Punjab, Haryana, all these major states where their Congress has alliances. And basically, alliance, it's a loose alliance. The BJP claims that it's going to decimate because they are part of the Tukre Tukre gang, and they are going to decimate the moment they don't get the required number of seats, and they will go their own way. So BJP as a consolidate party is looking very strong. This is Modi ji ki guarantee hai, Modi ji ki sena hai, Modi ji ka, everything is centers around Modi. And even in his speeches, Modi is always talking about himself, that I am the one who's promising you all these things, and don't look at the other person. You think that you're voting for me and not voting for the candidate. Don't you think that this also plays around with the federal structure or the basic democracy of a country, where the basic structure says you vote to elect people to work for you, you vote to on common local issues, you vote to select a candidate who would voice your concerns in the parliament. Parliament is all about discourse. It's about executive, legislature, and opposition, where JPCs decide whether the law is right or wrong. Uh, doesn't it play with the basic structure of democracy in terms of a level playing field where opposition is completely decimated, where it creates an advantage for the ruling party because they can use government property and planes and services to canvass and to campaign all over the country, where opposition accounts are seized and the money is taken away, so they are not even able to convey what they're trying to say. So don't you think that decimating opposition, or telling that there is no opposition, is in itself is basically hurting democracy and the constitution of the country?
First, let me answer the part which you said about the guarantee. What is the highest guarantee in this world? What you do, what anybody makes, in Indian context and even in the other religions, the highest guarantee is what you make to your life partner. When you once say that I'll lead the life with you, I'll stand by you in the matters of happiness or sorrow. And that is what, even in the Christian religion, this is exact words when the solemn occasion of wedding is taking place. Now, this person was not able to keep the first and basic guarantee which he gave to his wife. Not only that, he became a source of almost trying to almost eliminate her from this world. This sort of concept is there. So, first thing is, guarantee has become a laughing stock among the people. Whenever you say, and now you go to any students and all these people, we are with students all the time, and suddenly you will see in the corridors while moving in the college, they are talking to any girl or any boy or any co-student, and they'll say, Modi wali guarantee to nahi hai, Modi wali guarantee. Now Modi ki guarantee nahi, Modi wali guarantee is the narrative. So that part is taken care of. His guarantee is all bogus bullshit, and it has to be treated with the contempt it deserves. Number two, about what you said about the opposition, you're right. Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to play the role of dictatorship. For that, it needs the consolidation of power within the hands of RSS, and it is doing so. But when we come to the federal structure of the constitution, three states, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and recently P. Wilson just argued a case when the governor of Tamil Nadu was not giving a minister oath of secrecy even after being recommended by a chief minister, which has the majority in Vidhan Sabha, on some very vague pretext that this will be against the moral aspect of constitution. I don't know from where he borrowed this concept, and the Supreme Court gave him a good rubbing on this. So basically, federal structure of this country is in jeopardy. It is under attack. It can be at any moment. And if alliance partners are there with, they have formed together India Alliance, it is a good exercise for the federal structure of this country. Now, coming back to the kind of alliance is faring, I mean, whether it is a loose alliance, whether it can fight back the BJP, let me tell you one thing. The aspect is different in different states. DMK is very strong. It will give a good blow. In Bengal, Mamta ji will give a good blow to BJP. Coming back to some states like Maharashtra, where a loosely formed alliance is there, whatever BJP does, it will never come back to power in the states of Maharashtra. Now, in states of UP and Bihar, there are different sort of interpretations. Some people accuse some of these opposition parties of not giving a befitting fight to the BJP, rather succumbing to their dictate, because their files are with BJP. And when a chief minister doesn't succumb to the threat of BJP, people like Arvind Kejriwal and Hemant Soren are put behind bars. So this is there. Some of these leaders are not behind bars. Why they are not behind bars is also a big question, whether they have compromised on the fight to be given to BJP. We are not much bothered about that, because in 1977, I think you should have remembered the kind of reaction which came against the Indira Gandhi government at that time. And all the IB inputs and everything was so misleading that ultimately the government was wiped out. It didn't have a single seat in North India. Whatever seats it could manage was just in South India. I think this time similar situation is with Modi government, but not just North or South India. It is in entire India. On few states like maybe Andhra Pradesh, where they have clubbed up with Chandrababu Naidu's party TDP and Jan Sena of Pawan Kalyan, they can get few seats here and there. But in Tamil Nadu, the Prime Minister is going again and again with folded hands, saying that at least you give us 5 or 6 seats. But I think this is most improbable that he will get those seats over there, because people are, they might not be happy with the government over there, but they are much, much more angry with what the central government is doing. So I think we can conclude that to make a general statement, that the Bharatiya Janata Party is not able to take the people into confidence. This point has gone well in the Dalits, that the Constitution of India is in peril, and this Constitution is in peril because Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar was one of the key figures in formulating and giving rights to all sections of the people. And to just come back to one more thing, the kind of election manifesto released by the Congress, which Rahul Gandhi has rightly called not Ghoshna Patra, Nyay Patra, that has been taken so well among the people. 2-3 very important aspects when he's promising the women that we will give you certain amount of money, and secondly, when he's promising the youth that one of you will get at least a job per year, from the family.
Apprenticeship for a year. Apprenticeship for a year.
And third, for the farmers, when he's ready to give MSP. And fourth is when coming back to the people, like depressed section of the society, that your rights will be protected at all costs. And when Rahul Gandhi's Nyay Patra says that we need an India in which everybody, every section of the people can have their own development, they can have their own rights, then I think this is fairly well written.
So, Dr. Mandal, what I hear from you is that coalition politics is here to stay, what you just mentioned. And also is that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So this absolute power is not required to say the basic structure of the federal constitution of the country. What we require is that all the stakeholders should come together to protect the constitution of the country and to run the country the way it is run, thinking about welfare of the people, thinking about larger section of the people, and addressing unemployment and addressing inflation, which are the main enemies of the country right now. There's no other enemy that we have to look at apart from inflation and unemployment to begin with.
Just two quick observation. What I want to make is that the main organization of BJP RSS has already given an appeal to the people and said that you don't require to vote for BJP. You can vote for anyone you want. Now this is something which is against what has been happening. And
Yeah, that's what I said.
and then most importantly, I think if there are both kinds of people in every organization. There might be good and people who are revering the constitution within BJP and RSS also. I think they have realized that this person is out to finish this country, destroy its all sorts of not only brotherhood and things in the common life, but also to almost finish off this country, even by jeopardizing the armed forces by introducing Agniveer. So let us hope
Yep.
that people of India will realize this and vote BJP out of power.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mandal, for your deep insights into the constitution and also the federal structure. And what you just observed and said is that the people of India are well realizing the dangers that the constitution and the country is facing. And they are the ones who are going to be the custodian of the constitution, and they are the ones who are fighting the fascist forces not to come back again. Once again thank you very much, and maybe we'll meet again after 4 or 5 weeks and discuss during the course of election that how the election is progressing. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.